Hey everybody, Kevin from the Wisconsin Rural Folk Society. I was hoping that I wouldn't be sitting here in my study today doing a video for you, but unfortunately, things break in the cold, and well, that's why we're sitting here. So, we're going to start back up video production. It might be slow going at first. I might just stick with like a video every other week. I got some things to sort out and get settled first. There's always something, right? But we'll talk about the previous break, I guess, and what got done, what probably should have got done, what maybe didn't get done. And there's not very much on that last thing. So, our Yule was a very tremendous success. You could say 30 plus people, 20 plus heathens. Uh, it was just a great time. You know, the pig was awesome. The host was awesome. My apprentice, we just like to get together and have fun. It was basically the only money being thrown around there was the donation for the pig because that's something that's expensive and that should be, actually donated for. But yeah, we did something a little different this year. I actually wrote a bloat and I read from that. I usually do it off the top of my head, but I want to try to take things to a higher level this year, and like it or not, the conclusion came to is that we need like books and things like that. If we get to the point where we can actually do it by memory, all right, you're pretty dedicated and that's awesome. The thing was, with everything going on, getting the event together, it was one less thing I had to actually worry about. And everyone seemed to generally enjoy the bloat itself. So that got us rolling on putting together a rights book, and that will be our first publication. Obviously, I'm going to release it on the site eventually whenever I get it done, and it will be free there, but I will try to get it published so if somebody wants a hard copy, they can buy it. That money will honestly go towards us. I wouldn't be living off of it. I work for that. The documentary, if you've been following the page, you know what I'm talking about. I got a few more pages to go through, and it's probably almost the first part of it's almost done. There's so much information on this that it's kind of hard to just do everything at once because if I do, it'll probably be a 3 to 4 hour documentary, and you kind of get lost and burned out. This is like what's left of it. I have like a quarter of this paper already sorted through and written up. You'll probably get that actually February, March. I was hoping to get it out to you in January, but the problem is, let me put it this way, it's kind of hard to get around without your vehicle. So until that gets fixed, that's my priority right now. It's just too cold for me to work out, so eventually it's going into a shop. And I'm hoping in spring to make a new purchase. And that way we can go other places too, and I won't have to rely on a truck that might detonate eventually. But that's what's up with that, And I started filming, and then this happened. This week is actually the last week of the Wisconsin hunting season. So whenever I'm out doing my thing in the middle of nowhere, I'm not going to be carrying my bow with me. So obviously, there are people that seem to get really upset about that. I just don't know. The amount of input we got after Yule was tremendous. Of course, not all of it's positive, but it was tremendous. And we get people that are messaging and wanting to know our stance on things, and that's when I released the Stage 3 summary, the Hillfort stage, which will pretty much, be as it says. We are an ethnic religion or spirituality. I use religion as a term for just kind of to set the baseline and describe things for people. So it can be extremely hard with some people like that. They see religion as this dogmatic, here's your church and that sort of thing. Spirituality, they're looking at more of I can fly, okay? That's the best way I can put it. But with divine law and the rules our ancestors had, that is what we're working towards to recreate. And so far, it has worked. The Hillfort stage is pretty much now that we've gotten set up, there are people coming out. We will start laying down these laws. We will start, kind of gathering on these holy days. And this is how we will talk about the thing and things like that. This will decide the future course of things as well. And a lot of us are in agreement about certain things, and that's why we really don't have a membership program either. You come in, you help set up, we get to know you. It's kind of an integrated thing then. We don't ask for money. Individual kindreds do, like a slush fund, which is completely fine. That is their choice. But I wanted to build this so we weren't doing something like that. There are a lot of organizations out there that do it, and this is one of the big pitfalls that we were coming into. So, we'll be uploading to Odysee on a regular basis, BitChute, and YouTube. YouTube is an extremely hard place for videos to break into. There's just so many people, so much content, and then you got your algorithms that they actually, keep on. Now, that being said, unfortunately, I've seen YouTube try to branch out into these other platforms. But if you're on Odysee viewing this, welcome. I greatly appreciate clicking on the video. And this is exactly what we want to do, is kind of get the message around. So, Well, anyways, that's it for study talk today. I really have nothing else. You might get a video next week. I'm not sure. It depends on exactly what I'm doing and how mobile I am. So, that sort of thing. There's a few other things I want to get going. Don't worry, the whole shop I'm trying to do personally is still in motion. It is extremely cold out, so basically my garage is not insulated. I have not got the forge up yet. So it's kind of hard to work out in there and feel your hands, you could say. Especially with everything else going on. But anyways, the usual stuff. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. And stay tuned. We're back and we're rolling again. The break was nice, but it was a lot of more intensive work to actually be able to do things like the documentary and get certain things in place, get a few other things, rolling. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.